Start. Uh, Students, welcome to our channel of Personal Tutors. I'm Damini. We were dealing with interpretation of topographical maps. We were doing the interpretation of topographical maps, and yesterday we said about the scales, and this is your second one where we are dealing with the grid reference. So we'll just recall what we said yesterday and then begin with the next topic. Yesterday we said that topographical maps, frequently asked question is about the scale of the map, and here you need to remember the definition. They generally ask you what is the scale of the map, and what is the scale of the map? What is the scale of the map? They may ask you to define it. So you'll be saying distance on ground to distance on map. Okay, we have said that you'll be getting maps of 1:50,000 RF. So we have said that the RF of the map is 1:50,000, which is the universal scale. This is the universal scale. 1:50,000 is the universal scale. It is also the RF of the map. Other than this, we have also said there is a linear scale, and we have then also said that there is a verbal scale. Okay, so you need to remember at least this much about the scale of the map. Once you are done with the scale of the map, you need to know how to locate places on the map. So when you are discussing about locating places, we had said we do it with the help of grid reference. The grid reference helps us to locate objects. Now I'll just tell you what are the objects which are generally used. Generally asked, they generally ask you about settlements. Okay, you have to locate a place. They generally ask you about settlements. Settlements are shown in red color. Okay, they are shown like boxes. So they are shown like boxes. If it is a permanent one, then it is completely filled, and if it is not a permanent one, it is vacant. I mean, the color is not filled inside. So grid reference, the general questions that are being asked are about settlements. They may ask you about triangulated height. A triangle is made and the height is written besides that. There are, other than this, other ways the heights are represented. Like this is called as triangulated height. So this is another one which is frequently asked. They ask you spot height. Okay, so you need to know at least how this to identify a settlement and to identify a triangulated height or a spot height. Then they may also ask you about a post office. So you need to know how to represent a post office. So they will be giving you these, and you'll have to identify from the index given here. The post office is generally written as PO. So that will be the next one which has been asked over the years. Then they may ask you about, other than this, the triangulated height, post office. So I've said triangulated height, 150 is triangulated. I have said spot height, shown by a spot, and 150. Then after this I said PO for post office. Then we said Bricklin, a dot and a circle. Bricklin. Okay, and besides that it will be written Bricklin, but it will be a circle. Okay, then they may ask you a lined well. So generally the questions are pertaining to these types of objects. They may ask you a lined well, that is a blue colored circle, okay, filled with blue color, and it is called lined well. If it is not filled, then it is unlined well. So you need to look into this, where they are saying, unlined is the one which is a blue colored circle, just a blue colored circle. This is a lined well. Lined well is filled with blue color. So look at this here, they are showing lined well with a blue color. Lined well with a blue color. Unlined, just a circle, there's nothing inside it. Okay, then black colored tree is survey tree. Okay, so you will get that also over here. A black colored tree is a survey tree, which is also asked in your grid reference. Dry tank. This way, the structure may be anything, not necessarily very round, with dots, is a dry tank. Okay, these are the commonly asked objects. These are all the commonly asked objects for 4-figure and 6-figure. Now what does this 4-figure and 6-figure mean? What do I mean when I say 4-figure and 6-figure? So look at this over here. We had done yesterday the grid reference, and we have said that these red lines help us to identify the 4-figure and the 6-figure. Now look at this topo sheet. It has the vertical lines. This way, their number is increasing towards the right. So this vertical line, the number is 15. This vertical line, it is 16. Next one is 17. The difference, they are at an interval of 2 centimeters. Each line is after an interval of 2 centimeters. So 17, 18, 19. Each one of them has a distance of 2 centimeters. The number is increasing towards the east, each number representing a vertical line. Okay, these lines are called, we have said, eastings. Each of this is called eastings. So their number increasing towards the eastern side, so towards the right. Similarly, we have the northings. Now for this topo sheet, the northings are 02, next one is 03, 04, the number is increasing again. This distance is 2 centimeters. So our origin is not 0 here, but 0, 2, if I take this spot, it is 0 to 15, where this line 15 meets, and 0, 2. 0 to 15. 0, 2 is representing this line, 15 is representing this line. Okay, now first you have to understand that these lines are called as northings. Their value increasing towards north. They are called as northing. So the grid will vary from each of the topo sheet. This grid that is being made varies from each topo sheet. For this topo sheet, the grid is something like this. You have to keep on observing. For this, it is 15, 16, 17, 18. 15, 16, 17, 18. 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, here the northing is also 15. For this topo sheet, the grid values are changing in this manner. 0, 2, 3, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so here in both the topo sheets, the eastings have the same value, but then the northings have different value. For this topo sheet, again now look at this, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4, but northings are also 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4. Now whenever we have to deduce where the object is, say suppose this is a lined well here, when you have to read which grid the lined well is, you'll have to first see the value of easting. You'll have to first observe easting value. Okay, the object is to the right of the object is to right. Okay, so this lined well is at 17. This is your easting. We first write the easting, and the northing is 18. Above the value of the northing, the value of the northing is 18, and above that is the lined well. So first identify the object, and then look at the easting, and then look at the northing. To the right of easting, your object should be. Below the object should be the value of the northing. That is how you are going to do it. We'll look at some more of them. Say survey tree. Okay, now let us look at in this topo sheet. This is spot height 363. Dot 363 is written for the spot height. So the value of easting is 20, while the value of northing is 0.3. So we rub this and we again rewrite. This is 363. 363. Spot height here is 363. It's written spot. Question says write 4-figure grid of easting of spot height 363. Okay, so you have to observe dot 363 in the topo sheet. It's here. So you'll be writing the easting first. This is its easting. The object is here. This is the object. You're writing first the easting 363. The easting value is 20, and then you're writing the northing value 03. Similarly, they may ask you the grid reference for, say, the settlement of Makawal. Write the 4-figure grid reference for the settlement of Makawal. Write the 4-figure grid reference for settlement of Makawal. Okay, this is your question, right? Now our Makawal is here. You can see in red color boxes like this. This hole is in red color for settlement. Okay, so you are writing first the easting 05 and 04. The just before this Makawal, the easting is 05, and below that is 04. So 05, 04 is your value for the easting, for the settlement of Makawal. They also give you correct if you write 06, 04, because the settlement is on the line. Okay, so you can also do that in case the settlements are there. That is how. So settlement is one commonly asked question in grid reference. Then you can, the other part of it is, this was only one part where we were doing the 4-figure grid reference. So you have to remember the grid reference is of two kinds. Grid reference questions are of two types: 4-figure and 6-figure. The two kinds of grid reference. For 6-figure, the complication is much higher, because here you have to draw normally it is not allowed to draw in the exam, but you have to estimate the number. So here we have spot height 363. Now this hole is 2 centimeters. So you have to draw 9 lines in between. Draw or divide the easting between 18 and 19. Into 10 parts. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 lines come in between. So it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9 lines will come in between. 9 lines can be drawn at 0.2 interval. Each one is at 0.2 interval, right? So now you look at 16. Now this dot is 1, 2, third line, 3. The dot is at third line. This is whole your easting value. Similarly, draw the northing lines. 4, 5, 6, 7. So first write the value of northing. 0, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is the value of northing. Third figure. Now commonly what happens, the students start counting from top. Common mistake that the students do while writing 6 figure. Common mistake that students are done while writing 6 figure is they count northings from top. Just look at this. I am drawing it a little larger. Your object is here. Okay? You have to take its central point as the point of measurement. Now what they do is 1, 2, 3, which is wrong. Okay? For this you have to take the value from down. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if it is 13, 14, 0, 2, 0, 3. First write the easting 13, then write the easting value from left. 3, 4, 5, 6. Then write the northing value 0, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fourth line. 4 and 5 both will be given correct. But do not make this mistake of writing it from the top or counting it from the right. Okay, and your value here should be correct. So now what kind of objects can be asked? They can ask you the wells, which is a blue dot. Okay, they can ask you about a dry tank, which is a circle and dot 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 dot. They can ask you about a dry tank. Look at this. This is PO. PO for a post office. Then you have a temple. So it can be for a temple, right? Then they can ask you spot height .313. Then they can ask you 6 hour here. Then let me locate a triangulated height. If it is survey tree, it's marked like this, survey tree. Color is black. Now this is again an object for 6 figure. Okay. PTO, DB, Post and Telegraph Office, dispensary. Okay. Then from this topo sheet, they can ask you the spot heights, 6 figure, where the causeway is. Causeway is again an area where the red colored road meets a black colored stream. So these are the common questions that are being asked about the 6 figure and the 4 figure. We'll be locating objects through this and solving the rest of the questions here onwards. Whatever questions we solve will be based upon the grid reference. You have to be very thorough, at least with the 4 figure grid reference. As long as you're doing the 4 figure, you have to be very, very thorough with that. You make use of this index in case you're not familiar with the symbol. But over a period of 1 year, when you constantly keep on practicing it, many of the symbols you'll be able to by heart. It will be very rare that you don't remember it and it has been asked to you. So similarly in this topo sheet, they can ask you Makawal, Marol. Here it is written fair monthly, which means that they'll give you the question, write a 4 figure grid reference of a place where people meet once a year. So that is once a month. So what's the question for this Marol? Question in the paper is write 4 figure grid reference of a place where people meet once a year. Now this is 0308. 0308. Okay. They may ask you write the 4 figure grid reference and name. So the marks, if it is a 1 mark question, it will be divided into half plus half. 0308, you have to write Marol. Otherwise you lose your half mark there. So you'll have to be careful about how you are attempting the question. It's a 20 mark topo sheet where you need to read very thoroughly as to what you are understanding. Okay, so such types of questions you need to be careful. Dry tank in the southwest corner of the map. Southwest corner of the map. So this can be again dry tank with embankment. If they ask you dry tank with embankment, then again you have to observe the embankment. Dry tank with embankment. So it will be a dry tank with features like this. So it is here 1903. This is 19. This is 03. Okay, you have to write the 4 figure. That's clear for the, at least for the 4 figure I'm very clear. 6 figure you'll have to still practice it, and we'll have to still practice and identify some more objects over there. Okay, thank you students. सर इसको बंद कर